Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so that we can bring you the latest news as they happen. And together we can support our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality and put the Fulani Janjaweed to shame. He said, the northern minorities and Hausas are lamenting that enough of Fulani killings in Biafra land and that they are tired of Fulani deceptions because they are the ones that will benefit most if referendum is allowed in Nigeria than in election. You know, they don't know that they are the ones, but because of their low IQ, they think like us. And that is why they don't know that referendum will benefit the Fulani more than elections. Because referendum will make them to be free to do whatever they want to do in their own nation. So that there will be no opposition to whatever they want to do. But rather, because they know that they don't want to grow, they don't know where they are going, they want to drag other serious and hardworking tribes aground with them. But they have failed. You know, with the 1999 Constitution, and all things being equal, regardless of who becomes the president in Nigeria in 2023, Nigeria will remain a killing field. Because we can see that the Fulani terrorists are operating freely. They are operating freely. And nothing is stopping them. No one is stopping them. They are operating freely in several communities and villages in Nigeria. Just like they have done several in the past. You know, even an Air Force Commander ʤIJBIA, commander of the 303 Medium Airlift Group of the Nigerian Air Force, had to cry out that Nigeria is bleeding security-wise, and it has never been this bad since the inception of the Nigerian Air Force. The Nigerian Air Force officer, ＪBIA, cries out because his village was attacked by rampaging Fulani terrorists. It was attacked. You know, Nigeria will remain a killing field. A stunted country, a country of cowards and crooks, of parasites and paupers, and an ungovernable country with endangered people because it's a lawless nation since the inception of this Fulani Nigerian government. They turned Nigeria into a lawless nation. And they still want to force unity down the throats of Biafrans. That will not happen. Elections are the central institution of democratic government. This is so because the authority of the government is derived solely from the consent of the people. The practical way of legitimizing that consent into governmental authority is the holding of free and fair election, which does not happen in Nigeria. All democracies hold election, but not all elections are democratic. Most elections held in Nigeria are not different from dictatorships and single-party government that stage election to give their rule the aura of legitimacy. The Constitution is a supreme law that is binding even on the government. But the Fulani Nigerian government, they are lawless. They do not obey the rule of law. A constitution organizes and constrains power. A constitution defines a state and the right of its citizen. In a true democracy, the constitution ensures that the people ultimately control the government. The 1999 constitution is none of this. It's none of this. Because it is a fraudulent Fulani creation to perpetually keep the lawless Nigeria to themselves and deceive everybody. The 2023 election will be held based on the forged, fraudulent, and frivolous 1999 constitution. That is, if Nigeria still exists. Due to its illegality, Nigerians have clearly and loudly said no election should be held. They reason that with the current state of the state characterized by inequality, nepotism, lopsided federal government, violence, killings, unrest, corruption, poverty, and other associated evil, a referendum is what we need in 2023 and not elections. And this is why our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, are fighting earnestly to ensure that the Fulani Janjaweed, who are foreigners to Nigeria, they want them to do the right thing by organizing a UN-supervised referendum. Instead of doing the right thing, they kidnapped our leader from Kenya and illegally extradited him to Nigeria and detained him for committing no offense. What is wrong with holding a referendum to determine and decide why and who should stay together? What is wrong with coming together to discuss the terms on how to live together? What is wrong with voting in a referendum where Igbos want Biafra Republic, where Yorubas want Yoruba nation? What is wrong for different ethnic groups to determine their own political status, to freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development? What is wrong to have the right to determine our own destiny? The referendum will solve the age-long rivalry, acrimony, rancor among Nigerians' different nationality by having the option of going their separate ways for good. The Northerners will be the greatest beneficiary from a referendum. The Fulani will be the greatest. For example, a referendum that leads to separation will make it possible for the Fulani killer herdsmen, the Fulani terrorist killer herdsmen, to rear their cow unmolested and unrestricted from Kanu to Kaduna to Zamfara, to Sokoto, unrestricted. The Northerners will be able to make the North an Islamic emirate. No one will trouble them. They will be governed by Sharia law. They won't have to contend with other tribes clamoring for progress and civilization. Yorubas and Igbos won't be able to dilute or pollute northern brand of Islam. They will be free from liquor store and beer parlors operated by other Nigerians. Of course, they won't have to fight over Western civilization. They will have no trouble accommodating Boko Haram terrorists and other northern extremist group like Miyetti and Fulani terrorist bandits, but for the Fulani Janjaweeds' greed and illiteracy, they have refused to see the truth that they will be the greatest beneficiary because they think like the cows. That is their problem. They think like the cows. You know, criminal Nigerian terrorist army, after losing more than 5 Fulani soldiers heading to Ihiala to kill Biafran youths in a glassy motor accident at Onitsha, got very angry and believed that the God of Biafra made them to lose their Fulani soldiers, and the Nigerian terrorist army had to attack and kill over 4 innocent Biafran youths at Ihiala in Anambra State to avenge the loss of their soldiers, who were sent to judgment by န့Hոգ. The Nigerian terrorist army lied to cover up their senseless massacre of 4 Biafrans at Ihiala, claiming that they are IPOB members. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.